All my freedom's going away because I'm getting married. You probably shouldn't get married. You're not ready. Well, howdy, and I'm glad you're joining us this week for a new segment called Am I the Butthole? It is not called that on Reddit, but we are going to censor it just a little bit. So there's this great forum on Reddit where people ask questions, whether or not they are the a-hole in their relationship. So this week, we are coming at you with a story on bachelor parties and family dynamics. Let me read it for you. I'm getting married to my fiance in 2 months. We've both decided we don't want to do bachelor parties. It's good that you wouldn't want to do bachelor parties combined because that would mean you're marrying a man. But anyways, we're not huge fans of the whole last night of freedom concept. And honestly, we just want to spend the weekend before our wedding, just relaxing together. My sister is, for some strange reason, having a hard time accepting this. Ever since we began wedding planning, she has kept asking about bachelor party plans. Well, she wouldn't be invited to a bachelor party because she's a woman. Initially, before me and my fiance had a conversation about them, I told her I didn't know. After that, I have repeatedly, politely told her that neither of us are doing anything like that, and reminded her of our plans of just hanging out together. It has been 6 months now of her pushing and me shutting her down, and I reached a boiling point yesterday when we were having dinner at my parents' house. She started with her usual crap about how it's such a fun rite of passage for all the grooms, and she didn't want us missing out and regretting it. My fiance tried to kindly ask her to stop, but she bulldozed over her and said something along the lines of, "It's kind of unmasculine not to have one." I didn't yell, but I expressed that she had a weird obsession with the idea. She stormed out of the room, and my parents claimed that I had ruined the dinner. Am I the jerk? Bachelor parties, they can be a lot of fun if you do them right, and you go out and do some ridiculous guy activity like go-kart racing or top golf, or just go have some fun with the guys, go smoke cigars, but primarily just have guys around. If you're a guy and you're going to go out, go drinking, and you don't know what the plans are after that, chances are you're going to make a big mistake. And I don't really understand the point of that for the men or the women. There's all these reality TV shows on Netflix of people going out and having their last night of fun, and just horrible decisions get made. And I don't really understand it. If you are in that mindset of all my freedom's going away because I'm getting married, you probably shouldn't get married. You're not ready. The reality is marriage is awesome. It's a gift. It's incredible. And you should be just counting the minutes until you say I do, not counting the last few minutes of your freedom. If you're going into marriage concerned about losing your freedom, you are not in a place to get married. Just call it off. Go just have your fun dating single life. Do not get married. As far as families putting pressure on this couple to do a bachelor party or bachelorette party, it's really not the family's say. Families, specifically about weddings, there are so many traditions that are held in the closed hand. We blew up all the traditions when we got married. We thought it was all mostly stupid. It's our wedding. It's something we want to enjoy. And so when my wife and I got married, we thought through it and we were like, what is going to make this day, week, month something we enjoy? And we did nothing other than that. There are definitely some things where you want to honor the parents, and especially if somebody's paying for the wedding, you want to go over and above to honor their wishes, but not past the wishes of you or your spouse. The wedding is really your first experience to make decisions together, because up till this point, you've made decisions apart. The wedding is like you're heading towards the end zone of becoming one. And the wedding is the day you become one. So a lot of your decisions should be made in unity. And if other people are coming in and putting pressure and trying to get you guys to change your decisions, that's a no-go, because it should be a no-go after you're married. Whether it's your sister, a friend, a single friend, nobody should be putting pressure on your marriage and your decisions counter to what you and your spouse have decided. I would generally, unless the person is godly and challenging you to be better and pushing you towards Jesus, they're pulling you towards things like bachelor parties and a night on the town, cut those people out. Those people have no place in your life. It'll only end in foolishness. Because the reality is, if you or your spouse has foolish friends in your life that are trying to drag you towards bars and drag you towards having a good time at late at night, you're going to have a bad day, or your spouse is going to have a bad day, and they're going to go hang out with that friend, and a terrible decision could get made. So sometimes you got to make decisions to safeguard your marriage and your relationships before it's wartime, before your marriage is struggling. You want to make sure you have godly people in you and your spouse's life. This is for my wife. She's got great friends. I know if we're struggling, if she goes and hangs out with her friends, she's going to get better and come back to me, and we're going to grow closer together as a result of her being around her friends. If she has any friends that pull us apart or bring division into our relationship, that's not somebody I'm going to tolerate in her life. They will get cut out of her life. In the same sense, if I had a friend that really didn't like my wife, and every time I went to him, his advice was making my wife out to be this terrible person and planting seeds of bitterness and division in our marriage, I would absolutely cut him out. And if my wife said to cut him out, I 100% would cut him out. And if that's a family member that's causing division and planting seeds in your marriage to bring bitterness and division, that's demonic, and they should get cut out. At very least, you should have a boundaries conversation of like, hey, sis, not your place. This is our marriage. You have your family. This is my family. You do not get to jump in and tell us what we need to do at our wedding. It's our wedding, not our wedding. And if the sister doesn't understand that, hard boundaries then can move towards cutoff, because you cannot have somebody in your marriage. A marriage is for two people, not three. And so many couples get this wrong, and you invite other people into it, and it gets really, really messy. If you have any follow-up questions, drop them in the comments below.